The DJI Avata 2 is out. Look at this guy here. It's probably not in focus, but we have not touched this drone. I have not even flown this drone. We've got the, what is that? The DJI Goggles 3 and the brand new Dilto. The Motion Controller 3. Yeah, honestly, the construction itself looks pretty similar, looks pretty sturdy. I think a lot of people whinged about where the port was for the SD card, which is very easy to access now, which is great. And honestly, it's just time to fly this thing. The sensor is bigger, which was a big concern for me in the past. The quality might actually be good this time. The sad thing is, everything I film up until this cool video I released will be using the motion controller. I don't know how to fly the motion controller. I haven't even looked at instructions. And we'll get me FPV Pro, we'll also get Sasha, less FPV Pro to give it a go. See how long this actually takes to learn, because I don't know how to do this. Do you reckon will we fly well?
I don't have very high hopes. This feels wrong. You need 2 sticks and this only has 1. And a trigger for the throttle, I assume. So yeah, I guess we'll see how we go.
We've got a few gaps over there. We'll try and hit them. I hope we can hit them. Can you even fly low and fast confidently? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's get this thing in the air. All right, so we are turning this stuff on. Like I said, we haven't read the instructions. We'll let Sasha go first. I've only ever had the DJI Goggles V2 and not the better ones, or these Goggles 3, so it's very exciting. I don't know how to start or fly anything.
How does this arm even like?
Does it tell you how to like start?
Okay, motion control after tapping start. Motion control instructions, quick flight preparation, button functions, and tutorials on improving flight skills. Start. I think it's this one.
You can't even see your hand.
Oh, whoa.
What did that do?
There's like a pointer now. This is sick. All right.
Oh, make sure it's recording. Hit record.
Wait, what? Oh, dude, it has pass through. Holy shit, I can see you.
Oh, how's that? Whoa.
This is insane.
Dude, this is the Apple Vision Pro.
Dude, I can see my hand. Oh my God.
We've got the Apple Vision Pros going. How good?
How good, all right. I can see the drone. It's a bit tight, I'm not gonna lie, but I can see something, which is better than nothing.
All right.
Okay, so the red button, this one, this is the red button, right?
Yeah, that is the red button,
That is the arm. Okay, arm, disarm.
Okay.
Press accelerator down until motion control up or down to make it across the descent.
Are you ready?
Yeah, it says, it's telling me to go to the academy to learn how to fly, but I reckon we can fix it.
We ain't got time for the academy. Let's get this thing in the air.
Where are we? I just need to see where I am. All right, I'm over there. I'm not gonna fly at you. All right.
Holy shit, maybe I should stand over here.
Let's arm this baby. Motor starting. Press and hold the lock button to take off.
What's the lock button?
This one, I think. No, not that one.
The lock button?
Not the trigger. I'm just pressing buttons here. Press and hold. This one probably, right?
Oh, it's up. It is up. She is up. Oh, hit record. Where's the record button?
Yeah, we're recording.
All right, we're recording. Now do something. I'm scared walking close to this thing, but my man is flying. And he's going straight for the fence. Why are you going so slow?
The trick is to go quick.
Do we need to like change some settings? Is it in like beginner mode or some shit?
Oh, it is in beginner mode.
Oh.
How do I get it out of beginner mode? That's the real
Wasn't there like a mode button? What happens?
Speed limited to beginner mode, disable mode and settings control.
Oh, all right, bring it back, bring it back.
Oh God, all right.
Beginner mode has been disabled. Dear God, help us.
It's kind of tilting to the left and I can't understand why.
It is tilting to the left. Oh, you're off, mate. You are off. Oh my God, I'm scared. Oh, how'd you brake?
It just brakes on its own.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, so if you take the acceleration off, does it automatically brake?
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty handy, I guess. Yo, he's hitting gas. He's hitting gas like it's nothing. Oh my God, contrast this to when he first learned how to fly FPV. This is fucking hilarious.
I can see why people would like this. Hit another gap. Boom.
All right, give this thing a go. All right, starting. Oh.
Okay, so it's not gonna do anything until you press the trigger, so pull it down.
Oh, it is tilted. Why is it tilted? And this does this. All right. Oh, shit.
So literally pull up to go up, so like this.
I see.
And then down to go down.
There's a little circle in the middle.
Yeah. And then if you let go of the trigger altogether, it'll just stop where it is. Don't kill that dog.
Oh my God, I nearly killed a dog.
Oh
Holy
my goodness.
shit.
Oh, you've got company. You've got company.
I thought it was a bird.
Oh my Lord. They're very angry at you.
Oh my God, I'm leaving. I thought that was a bird.
That was not a bird, that was a dog. Don't hit the fence. What? Okay, good.
Oh man.
See, it's pretty easy, right? Fly low.
Let's try and fly this into the ground. Into the grass.
Kind of do what you normally do, like fly low and then kind of go lower,
lower.
go
Oh
lower.
shit!
It's not letting you. Go lower. See?
Oh, what the fuck?
It's got
There's no way, there's no way.
mode. It's got ground,
There's no
ground protection.
Dude, that's ridiculous. All right, so that was my reaction to my first flight. There were some more clips which I kind of lost because I didn't use a fast enough SD card. So if you're getting this drone, make sure you get a fast SD card. There's also 46 gigabytes of internal storage, which is pretty outrageous. So you don't even need an SD card on the low key. But I'm in a random location now. This is not the normal setup because I'm traveling, and let's talk about this motion controller, which is actually quite surprising. Any normal FPV pilot like me, I've been flying FPV for like 2 years now, and you cringe at the fact of flying at this, but I can confidently say this Motion Controller 3 is very, very impressive. Let's talk the good, the bad, and get into it. First of all, I am shocked to see how easy it is to fly using a Motion Controller 3. Any random person could probably pick this up, start hitting gaps in like seconds, and just really get some legit FPV shots. There are some things you can't do, which I'll talk about later, but overall, Sasha picked up this controller, and within about 10 minutes, he was throwing gaps. We were going on sport mode, barely even read the instructions, and that's just shocking to see. Maybe we've flown drones before, so that helps as well, but I picked this up straight away and I could fly. The next day, I went out and shot some cool clips, which I will put there, all unstabilized, and it's just miraculous how easy it is to fly with this controller. The mechanics of this controller is super straightforward. You just press accelerate. If you release acceleration, then you literally just stop, and that's just like a dummy-proof free way of having a safe drone flight. One personally shocking thing that we found when using this controller is that there's a depth sensor, so you can see how high you are from the ground, and literally in normal mode, if you're on like a flat piece of land, the thing will not crash into the ground, so you can literally fly low and fast with no effort whatsoever. I think the same thing was happening in sport mode as well, but I don't want to push it too far. I don't want this tumbling straight into the ground, and obviously if there's an ocean, who knows how the sensor will interact. But overall, the amount of like low flying you can do with not much thought is pretty ridiculous. You can probably see the image quality is great, but I'll do a full review on that when I have the hands on the DJI Controller 3, which I do now, but I haven't had any time to actually like film and fly because DJI sent me that a little bit later. But let me know if you want a full review because I don't want to make any quick judgments before I get to use the full DJI controller and go full Acro mode. Some other quick takeaways: this thing is so small, convenient, and portable, really just fits in any bag. If you're hiking like me, it will save a lot of weight on your back, which is priceless. You have longer flight times on the Avata, which worked great as well. And also this new headset looks pretty sick. You have pass-through, which I didn't really know when you would use. Maybe if you want to just like, I don't know, not take 2 seconds to remove the thing, but you can see through the cameras in front, which is like an Apple Vision Pro, but it's kind of pointless. But the headset is about the same weight. I'd prefer a bit lighter, but no complaints. People said before that doesn't really fit your face very well. I don't know if it's because I have an Asian nose, but this works great on my face. It also worked pretty good on Sasha's face, so take whatever you want with that, but I can see perfectly fine. Maybe they made improvements. I think they did. There's like some thin rubber that kind of blocks more light. Honestly, it looks great. I don't have any complaints over the V2 goggles, but I don't know, maybe there's some other reviewers who will complain about that. Now, the main additional feature of the Motion Controller 3 is the fact that there is easy acro modes. And honestly, it's a bit of a fad, but you can get some crazy shots with this controller, which is just unheard of. I think my favorite one is the 180 degrees drift, and with the flick of a button, you can actually get a really cool shot that you can chuck on Instagram or do whatever you want. You can also do flips, which is kind of contrived because after flips, it's a bit unsteady and you can't really fly straight away after. It would be nice if you do a flip and go straight into a flight, but overall, I'm glad it's here, and I'll definitely keep using that 180 degree drift. Once you do the 180 degree drift, if you're not careful and there's literally something behind you, you're going to crash into it. That may or may not have happened to me, and I flew my drone into a bush, and then there was an embarrassing recovery mission. Wasn't that bad, thankfully, but it makes for some crazy shots, so I'm glad it's here, but don't expect to do some crazy Mr. Seal stuff with this drone. Let's talk about the bad things about a remote, and honestly, the only thing is, which is kind of self-explanatory, is that you can't get as much precision as I would prefer with a normal controller. If you want to thread gaps, I think it's pretty easy. You can't really go between your legs, because it's just hard to like point and be that precise, and there's sensors everywhere, so it doesn't really work like that. But normal gaps, maybe like 1 to 2 meters, that would be perfectly fine, and you can be pretty precise. However, sometimes you would shift your wrist a little bit and there'd be small shakes, which I'm not a big fan of in terms of getting a clean final shot. I'm not saying it's impossible, it's definitely possible, but it's a bit more finicky and you have to actually like practice with this remote, which I did not really do. Also, one of my classic FPV shots is flying low and fast and having a lot of pitch, so you see a lot of motion blur in the foreground and it looks very cool. You can't really do that with this controller because once you fly very low, the camera just kind of levels out and you don't get as much foreground. I'm pretty sure you can't pitch the camera even more because wherever you point is where the drone flies. So if you try and pitch the camera more, it will try to fly into the ground, which doesn't really work properly. And I also don't want to fly this thing into the ocean. So those are just some minor nitpicks. You can definitely get some beautiful shots with this drone, but just keep in mind, I'm like an FPV tryhard, so I want very particular shots. But overall, with that in mind, this controller can take anyone very, very far with no FPV experience. It's quite shocking in my opinion how easy it is to fly, and you can definitely get like at least 60 to 70, maybe even 75% of what I post on Instagram using this controller, which is nuts. I'm very excited though to rip this thing to its full potential. There has been no FPV Avata tumble. In the past, if you like shift the drone too fast, it will tumble, which is not ideal. But that was with the controller, not this. So overall, this thing does wonders. If you want to get this drone and fly with no experience, this will do an amazing job. Let me know if you want to see a full review. Maybe I'll post some of these shots I've got with this thing because it is a joy to fly. It's so convenient. I'm getting sick of bringing all this crap when I fly FPV. My back's broken. I forget stuff and then my shots are ruined. So this Avata 2 is a godsend and I can't wait to show you more. I appreciate you for watching and I'll catch you in the next one.